We have a 3-minute time limit on our public hearings. That 3 minutes is for a reason, so we're not there till 11 o'clock at night.
Today, during the first business meeting since the commissioners held a public forum about the budget last Tuesday, the commissioners had a chance to respond to some of the comments that they heard. Here's Commissioner Ostro with his thoughts after the public forum last week.
We are all very acutely aware of the needs, and we can only fund with dollars that we have. And a lot of people came out, and I mean, I'm just going to say it. I mean, basically called us liars. You know, I'm very supportive of the schools. I want to see St. Mary's County have an excellent education system, but the cloth can only be cut so many ways. I would hope that people would be respectful of that and not be so really verbally abusive. It was downright insulting in some cases.
Commissioner Alderson had several issues coming out of the public hearing, including a speaker who got his last name wrong, people not listening to the 3-minute time limit, and more.
Quite a bit of disrespect that I personally do not appreciate and did not appreciate, because you can disagree without being disagreeable, and that is part of what makes us a civilized society. I did have to ask for a little bit of clarification regarding how my last name is pronounced and the insinuation that I was asleep on the dais. I did ask him, Commissioner who, and I will not apologize for that. My name was spelled correctly, pronounced correctly several times before he stood up, and I'm proud of my last name, and I will correct you once. And we have a 3-minute time limit on our public hearings. That 3 minutes is for a reason, so we're not there till 11 o'clock at night. If you want to come at us and say that we're terrible people, we know how to act in society when it comes to 3 minutes. Maybe we need to put a kill switch on the mic. And remember, I do believe St. Mary's County Public Schools had a motto said to work hard and be nice. So I think we all need to work on that, especially that second part of it.
Commissioner Colvin took a different tone, saying that he was appreciative of people who came out and shared their feedback.
I do want to thank everyone who did come out to speak. Overall, I think it's important that we call out the inappropriate comments that as we see them, but also recognize that there was quite a few very appropriate comments, people who did have their facts together.
Commissioner Hewitt pushed back on Superintendent Scott Smith's rhetoric around the budget and asked that people not be riled up ahead of time when decisions still have to be made.
But the key is this: we need to tone down the rhetoric. The rhetoric that comes from the superintendent is not helpful. Look, we have a job to do. There's nobody more important than our children. Now, we are funding at a level now, $134,369,000 and some change. That's not required until 2030. But my point is this: they're going to get more money than maintenance of effort.
And finally, Commissioner President Guy asked Superintendent Smith to talk to the teachers about their messaging.
And yes, I was disappointed Tuesday night. I couldn't believe some of the teachers and the union president and everything getting up, and what they said was just uncalled for. We need some attention to that detail, Mr. Superintendent. Talk to your teachers.
Last week, Commissioner Colvin suggested that the general public forum scheduled for May 6th actually be moved to May 13th to allow the commissioners to make more final decisions regarding the budget, and then have the public come back on May 13th to offer any feedback that they may have. But today, Commissioner Colvin said there was no consensus among the other commissioners to make that change to the public forum. If you have any lingering thoughts about the budget, make sure you show up on May 6th at 6:30 p.m. at the Chesapeake Building in Leonardtown to offer final feedback regarding any decisions the commissioners should make.